the 40, stays on his feet, cuts it back. Marion Brown, another kickoff return for a touchdown.
Look out, there goes two, no flags. Touchdown.
Howard in trouble.
There's complete. And the Michigan Wolverines will shock the college football world. Time coming off. Howard's going to run for it. Time runs out, and that'll do it. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to the Big Ten, Oregon. They storm the field at Austin. He handed it off to Love, who stays on his feet. Love is in the end zone. Notre Dame has won the Orange Bowl, and Marcus Freeman is taking them to the championship game.
How awesome would it have been if Notre Dame didn't screw the pooch in the championship game, and we could have had three of our teams, all of their
beat Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah, well, you can't send a duck or a Wolverine to do, or an Irishman to do a duck and a Wolverine's job. So
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, let's also not forget that Oregon lost to them in the Rose Bowl too.
Yeah.
Woof.
But that was because they had a bye week. You know.
That's interesting.
That's what they'll tell. That's what they'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
They're blaming the loss on rest.
Yeah.
every single team that got it lost. I don't know. Anyways,
That's
welcome
fair.
to the Week Zero podcast. I am Josh. First off, we are so back. College football Week Zero starts tomorrow at noon. Big noon kickoff with Farmageddon over in Ireland. Weird, but I'm here for it, guys. Joining me today is are my co-hosts Ryan, Bo always knows for Bell, and let me try to read it. Sir Thrizzleton?
Sir
Thrizzleton.
Thrizzleton. Sir Thrizzleton of Ann Arbor.
Oh,
No, yeah.
no. We got Phil down there.
Pinkies up.
Boys, welcome back. Oh, it's been too long, far too long, and I'm just so excited that college football is coming back tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. It's been way too long. It's, especially even we were just talking about it in our Notre Dame group chat. It's like this offseason felt like it just dragged. And it's weird because it doesn't feel like we just played football, 7 months ago?
Right.
I mean, it really feels longer than now. I feel like this next week is going to drag on even further. But, at least we get, 5 months of college football uninterrupted for the next 5 months. That's starting tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know, is Dallas fan in your Notre Dame group chat?
no, he's not. He got kicked. He got kicked within the first 30 minutes.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. But yeah, excited about the return of some football. We're gonna get that tomorrow. And it's been, this is like the longest off season, I believe. The professionals don't have this long of an off season. This is a pretty long off season for football, college football.
Yes, it is. Oh man, I'm so tired of preseason rankings. I'm so tired of we're gonna power rank this conference, and it's just we haven't played anything. We don't know what these teams. I don't know about you guys. My team, the Kentucky Wildcats. I'll go on and claim that right now, even though we got a 3-9 season coming. We've got 50.
That's terrible.
We've got 50 new players on our roster. And just
Crazy.
going through all – I know it's insane. Just going through all of them with the addition of scholarships and stuff like that. It's just crazy. They got a lot.
Yeah.
It sounds like Coach Prime was over there this offseason, huh?
Told everybody to get out.
Right.
Just about. At least that'd be an excuse.
Brought my own luggage. It's Louis.
All right.
So, all right, Ryan, what are we talking about?
So right now, just today, we're gonna go over our final college football playoff predictions, who we think is going to win the national championship this year. And then we're going to go into week 0, obviously preview the games, give our picks. That's pretty much it. So first things first, I'm going to start off with Connor here because he's not able to join us. He got called into work today.
Mhm.
So he did send me his his top 12, his playoff. He also wanted me to play, because he has got some explanations as to why he's got what he's got. So I'm gonna play some of that, and then we'll get to it. We'll get to his bracket and kind of go from there. All right, got this thing ready.
Is this week 0's first video presentation?
It is.
Explanations teams for the CFP since I won't be there for the show. First off is 12 Navy. That is my group of 5. It's a bit of a homerism since I'm a big Navy fan, but I think with them bringing back Blake Horvath, Eli Heidenreich, Alex Teska on offense, keeping that core together definitely will help. They have a guy on defense named Landon Robinson who has been on the Athletics freaks list for 3 straight years now. He was being asked by scouts during this past draft process to leave early because they were saying he was going to be a first or second round pick. He's that good of a nose tackle, excuse me. And I think their schedule is pretty easy, actually, or not the worst. I think if you look at it, there's entirely a possibility they could be 8-0 heading into their game at Notre Dame, and that would be a huge game, obviously, for both teams. Obviously, for Notre Dame to help, have another possibly high-quality game, and then Navy, obviously, a good kind of benchmark for them to try and test themselves. So, we had Army and Navy, or we had an Army pushing possibly to make the CFP last year, and I think Navy can do it this year, just with the continuity they have. Okay, so hopefully you like that explanation for why I think Navy will make it.
I hope they're not all that long.
No, they shouldn't be.
Okay.
I told him to keep it a minute, so we'll see.
So he's got Navy.
Obviously hurts them, but obviously So ASU is at 11 for me. I think losing Scatabo obviously hurts them, but obviously we still think pretty highly of them since we had them predicted, or we collectively had them predicted to win the Big 12. As you can look at my lists later, I have a different team winning the Big 12 personally, but I think ASU will be right there. Sam Leavitt, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. He's getting first round pick hype for the 2026 draft. And I think Kyle Dillingham's a great coach that will help lead them, and I think they still have the pieces there, even without Scatabo, to keep what he's built going. So I like them as a second Big 12 team, which would be, I guess, kind of a bit of a surprise. But I think it's not unreasonable to see that happen because I think some of the other players or some of the other conferences have multiples as well. So, so ASU at 11.
All right, just checking to make sure we don't have anybody from the Pac-12 in any of ours, correct?
No.
Take a bit of a step forward.
So number 10, he's got Alabama
as head coach. It'll be interesting to see how Ty Simpson does for them at quarterback. But I think, Kalen knows that he needs to have a good season here, or else he might already be on the hot seat or might even be fired if he doesn't make the playoff after just his second year as head coach there. But I think it's the same thing with like the Chiefs. You can't ever count Alabama out, despite them not having won a championship in a couple of years now. But it's one of those things. Same thing. You can't really bet against. It's not safe to bet against Alabama to miss the playoff multiple years in a row. So I think they're going to do that, and it'll just be interesting to see how that whole trio of Texas, Georgia, and Alabama kind of looks this season since they're clearly declining. I think they are. So I have Penn State at 9. I think they are the third best team in the Big Ten, despite how the preseason rankings are right now, having them second. So Drew Aller, despite how Josh feels about him and how some other people feel about him, I think he's a good quarterback. Obviously, the more the worry is obviously about James Franklin, whether he will actually be able to finally take that next step and be able to get some wins against Ohio State and Oregon and any other ranked team in the Big Ten, or just any top 10 ranked or top 5 or 10 ranked team in general. But I think them having Aller there, having Singleton at running back, if I remember correctly, definitely will help them as well, help their offense. And I think their schedule is not the worst either as well. So I think we had said they should be they should have a couple wins before their game against Ohio State. So I think they'll have 1 or 2 losses headed into this, and I think they'll get in just because of continuity from last year. So I have SMU at 8. They are the second of my ACC teams. I think mainly my reasoning is just because they have Kevin Jennings coming back at quarterback, and he was a really good for them last year. And obviously, it was kind of a revelation for them as his overall season last year, moving to the ACC and being in the ACC championship in their first year like that was very impressive. And I think they have a good building blocks there to build off of that. And it'll obviously be fun and interesting to see how they do. I think they play Clemson this year in the regular season, so that'll be a fun game to watch, obviously, as well. But I think other than Miami, the ACC is obviously pretty weak, and I was tempted to put Miami here, but I would have probably had them a bit lower in the rankings if I had included them. But my thinking was that I just don't trust them, obviously, with Mario Cristobal mainly as their head coach. So I went with SMU mainly because of that. So, yeah. So at 7, I have Texas Tech. They are my personal picks to win the Big 12. I'm kind of buying into the transfer hype that they had. They had a bunch of big transfers coming in, a really large transfer class from the portal. And there was a lot of hype online because of that. And that's probably one of the few hype trains that I actually am believing in a little bit. And obviously we do believe them as well, because I think we had Texas Tech at second in the Big 12 in our predictions anyway. So we were all buying that. And so now I'll fully admit I can't name their quarterback right now or even know who their head coach is, but I think we're still buying. I still like to buy them as the Big 12 pick, or the winners, excuse me. So yeah, Texas Tech at 7.
Baron Morton, by the way.
So at 6, I have Notre Dame. I think it's possible they could lose as many up to 2 games, with CJ Carr being named the starter, despite Miami not having a true home advantage, except for big games like against Notre Dame. I think that can be a challenge and will be a challenge for CJ Carr making his first career collegiate start on the road in a night game like that at Miami. So that could possibly be a loss. Obviously, Ryan has them losing, I think, the next week to Texas A&M at home. If they were to start 0-2, that would be very much I wouldn't say a death nail, but pretty make it to where they have no margin for error going forward. But I think still, if they win the Miami game, or lose Miami, beat Texas A&M, and a 1-1 after that, their schedule is not the worst after that. So I think they can easily get to 10 or 11 wins easily. But if they somehow start 0-2, then it's definitely kind of a red flag situation. But I still like Notre Dame, what they've built. Marcus Freeman's obviously a great coach. So, yeah, Notre Dame at 6. So at 5, I have Ohio
Really
State.
rapid fire.
The main reason for that is because just of the uncertainty about the quarterback situation. I think that was something we discussed as well. Since I don't
So you
think
said
there's been
Ohio State at 5.
the starter's been named yet, and the choices available to them are not very. So at 4, I have Texas. The reason why I have them.
Okay.
So at 3, I have
I love
Clemson.
this.
I have them as the ACC champions, obviously. So at 2, I have Georgia. Even though they lost Carson Beck, and at 1, I have Oregon. Obviously, as the Big Ten
Okay.
champions.
All right. Solid.
Um,
Solid.
Yep.
I got to clear my name for a second because he said something about me when he was talking about Penn State. And the way it sounded like he said it, he made it sound like I did not like Drew Aller. Let me wipe that record clean. I have done nothing but be a fan of Drew Aller and been supportive of Drew Aller. And I think he had, I'm not going to say he's Heisman quality, but I think he could lead Penn State to a Big Ten championship. Again.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on the bracket, the matchups we get? And if this was the bracket, who would you guys pick to? Because Connor didn't give me his championship pick, so.
Oh, I didn't give you mine either, but
well,
that's fine.
Figured it would be fun to go through these hypothetical brackets anyway. So, who would you guys have if this was the hypothetical bracket?
Obviously, I like the other state over Navy.
Yeah.
I like Penn State over SMU. I like Notre Dame over ASU. And give me Bama over Texas Tech.
That matches mine exactly. I think we all can agree that that's how this first round would shake out in this one.
Yeah.
So here I'll do the second round and tell you who I got. Ohio State and Texas. These are two teams that are kind of similar in a sense that they're both having like first year starting quarterbacks kind of thing going on here. Go on and give me Texas in this one. Then we have Penn State, Oregon, possibly another, depending on how the Big Ten shakes out, we could see this game earlier in the year. This could potentially be the third meeting between these teams in a year.
Yep.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say give me. I'm such a big fan, so give me. I'll let Ryan. I'll let you pick this game because I can see.
I'm taking Oregon, and because in this scenario, in Connor's scenario, Penn State lost to Oregon and Ohio State. They still have the big game, James Franklin narrative, and I just if
Until
that's the case,
broken, you can't.
Yes, I can't.
Yeah.
So I pick Oregon. Yep.
I gotcha.
Go ahead, Josh. You could do the Notre Dame, Clemson, Alabama, Georgia.
Okay, so Notre Dame, Clemson. Again, you got CJ Carr for Notre Dame. We don't know how he's going to be this year. He could be lights out. He could be another Trevor Lawrence kind of quarterback. But again, we'll see that. As of right now, give me Clemson. I think they're a more solid team, and I think that their schedule being a little bit easier, they're less likely to get injured throughout the season, and they'll have their full, or close to a full roster at this point. And then Alabama at Georgia. These are two teams that go back and forth. It doesn't matter what the rankings are for these teams. Ever since Georgia elevated themselves to a national title contender, it really seems like they're back and forth. So just because I don't think that DeBoer is that guy. I mean, let me put it to you this way. He's an excellent coach. Excellent coach. I think the expectations thrust upon him at Alabama are a little much for year two. Yeah. I think they come up short, and I think Georgia wins that game.
All right, so that gives us what? Oregon, Texas, Clemson, Georgia in the semis.
Yeah, which is that's really chalky, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I guess I'll finish the semis. I would take Texas to beat Oregon, just because I think they have a more complete team, and I like their defensive side of the ball more than I do Oregon's. And I also like Georgia to beat Clemson, so we would get a rematch of the SEC championship based off of these rankings, and that could very easily be a third meeting between those two teams for the national championship. Phil, if that's the national championship, Georgia, Texas, who are you taking?
If that's the national championship, I'm taking Texas to beat Georgia.
We're back.
I guess it would be official at that point, but I do think right now on paper, probably the most complete roster in college football. So I like them.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta say, as many questions I have for CJ Carr, as many questions I have for who's Ohio State going with at quarterback?
Julian Sand.
Julian Sand. Okay. I wouldn't have that many questions about him. But like,
why?
Well, I mean, he's started a couple games, not for no,
he hasn't played.
Still?
He's never started. Nope.
Really? He was a guy at Alabama, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's never played a down of college football.
Okay. Well, hey, there we go. We got Texas. We got Texas, Ohio State, and Notre Dame with quarterbacks that we have no idea about.
Georgia too, because Stetson.
We've seen Arch more than those guys, right?
He's
Leonard Stockton.
Yeah, but like against like Grambling State, you know,
Alabama is also working in a first-time starting quarterback.
That's true too. Yeah.
So half the teams in the top 10 are starting for first-year starting quarterbacks. That's Oregon, Notre Dame, Georgia, Alabama, and
Dante Morris definitely started other games.
Yeah, well, I'm saying we haven't seen him in 2 years. You know what I mean? It's it's a little different.
It's true. I think that's a little different though.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, we're gonna see these, and what does that do? Like, if these guys aren't like crazy good, right? What you're gonna see are these teams possibly stumbling earlier in the season, just because of inconsistent quarterback play, or maybe they make some mistakes that they wouldn't normally make had they started 7 or 8 games. There's just some things they got to learn, but. I think that adds up to a fantastic season.
I think what we're seeing here, besides Penn State and Clemson, and I guess Arizona State too, it's like the passing of the guard. This is like the next crop of young, quarterback prospects that we're going to see from the elite teams of college football, and I think this is what you get when you have the transfer portal, because Notre Dame. Transfer portal on the quarterback. Ohio State, transfer portal on the quarterback. Like, when you do that and guys transfer behind them, this is what you're left with is freshmen that are talented. And I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Well, another thing, too, you get are guys who rode the bench for a couple of years, didn't get the opportunity to start.
Yeah.
And they'll go to a bigger program, and then now they get to start.
Yeah. I mean, I think this benefits teams like Penn State, Clemson, and even SMU and Arizona State because they have that year, those years of quarterback play. Yeah. So, all right, let's get to I'll go Lucas's next. Let me just get that pulled up.
So Lucas is, I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but he's a lot smarter than me when it comes to stuff. So when it comes to football, at least.
Yeah.
So. Oh, look at that! He's got an elite program up there.
Yeah, he did.
Whoa, was he stealing off my paper? No, but go
ahead. So Josh, what do you like?
Okay, so so we got K-State in there, solid.
Yep.
I'm surprised that Connor didn't have K-State. We got South Carolina. We got some I like that. No Alabama. I like that. Yeah, I think.
Also missing from this list is a certain team in Ann Arbor. That's two lists now with no Michigan. But all right.
Hold on. Didn't you guys go 7-5 last year? Sit down.
No,
8 and 5. 8 and 5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
8 and 5.
7-5
With
regular
no
season.
one to complete the forward pass.
I'm glad you guys were able to win the Fiesta Bowl.
It was the ReliaQuest Bowl, which is.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to disparage.
I will say, looking at this,
the prestige of the ReliaQuest.
There's no way in hell the committee is going to have Notre Dame play Miami at Miami again in a first-round matchup.
No, that would be amazing.
I think because what are you saying? Like because Notre Dame lost to Miami week 1, and it was because of TJ Carr's inexperience, and then this is what Lucas has. Lucas has Notre Dame beating Miami the second time. So, I'm just going based off what Lucas says. So I'm guessing Lucas is of the mindset Notre Dame loses to Miami week 1 because of the inexperience of Carr, but later on in the season,
he comes back and wins
and beats them at Miami. Because
Solid. So it looks like he has Clemson winning the ACC, Texas winning the SEC, Oregon winning the Big Ten, and Kansas State winning the Big 12. Which, by the way, go ahead, Phil.
Lucas filled this all the way out, right?
Yeah, he did. I got it.
All right. All right. I just want to.
So he has Penn State beating UNLV. Duh.
Okay.
He has Notre Dame beating Miami in a rematch. Georgia beating Arizona State.
Okay.
And Ohio State beating South Carolina. So that leaves.
I can see. Yeah, that's all easy.
Penn State versus K-State, Notre Dame versus Oregon. Which, by the way, if that happens, we are all going if we're able to. If any of our teams play in the playoff, we're doing that. And then what is it? He's got Georgia, Texas, and Ohio State, Clemson.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Georgia, Texas, Ohio State, Clemson. All right.
He's got Penn State beating K-State, Oregon beating Notre Dame, Texas beating Georgia, and Clemson beating Ohio State. So that's Penn State, Oregon, Texas, and Clemson.
A lot of faith in old Cade Klubnik, old man Klubnik down there in Clemson.
Yeah. And then he has Oregon beating Penn State, Clemson beating Texas, and then for the national champion, he has Clemson beating Oregon.
Oh, return of the old guard.
Yeah, how miserable would he be if he got back to the Natty again just to lose? Like,
yeah, go blue, man. But leave people alone, man.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy, Kinetic.
That is nuts.
Right. That's crazy.
Not saying they don't have the ability to get there.
Michigan's definitely going to the playoffs.
You lost 5 games last year. You're going to be missing your head
bro.
coach.
We had a Make-A-Wish quarterback, freaking quarterback that was a Make-A-Wish kid.
Like, well, I mean,
hey, I thought Alex Orji was
I thought that was a run first offense.
Wait, because I want to be clear.
Okay, please.
It is run first, right? However, when they know that's all that there is going to be, it's going to be a little different.
Look,
by the way, my guy beat Ohio State with 62 passing yards.
Yes, he did. Yeah. What did he do against? Was that? Did you guys lose to Nebraska last year?
No,
we didn't play Nebraska. We lost to Washington. We lost to Illinois, Indiana, Oregon,
Indiana.
and Texas.
I
mean, we lost to 3 playoff teams from a year ago, and then
I don't believe
Illinois
deserved to be there, but that's just me.
They made the playoff. Illinois also beat South Carolina in the bowl game last year.
Okay,
and then the other team. What was the other team? Washington. Yeah, I've got nothing for Washington.
Washington was just a bad game. Everybody has bad games.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll do Josh's. I don't have a graphic for it, so we'll
That's
just kinda
fine.
do
This
the matchups.
this was literally off the top of my head last night.
Very good. So Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, 3 Texas, and 4 Penn State. So that's your top 4 seeds. Your matchups in the first round would be Tulane at Clemson, Miami at Notre Dame, Louisville at Oregon, and Texas Tech at LSU.
Okay, all of those would be amazing games.
Besides Tulane at Clemson.
No, I think Tulane and Clemson would be it because you never see that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like those would be pretty good. I'm pretty high on Tulane. A bit of a homer there. I really like their head coach. Yeah, and they have a pretty favorable schedule. They've got the second best odds to make the college football playoff out of the group of 5. So,
yeah. So who? So obviously, I'm sure you're taking Clemson in the first
yes.
matchup.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not going to pick Tulane to beat Clemson.
Miami at Notre Dame in the freezing cold in South Bend.
Give me Notre Dame.
Louisville at Oregon.
Oregon. And that'll be a good game, though.
Yeah. The Birds versus
Louisville's quarterback was USC's quarterback last year, Miller Moss.
Yeah. It's the battle of the birds.
Mm-hmm.
One just doesn't have teeth.
I was about to say ducks are bigger than Cardinals.
Yo.
Texas Tech at LSU.
Oh, give me. Dang, because I think LSU is going to be really good this year, but then you also have,
their defense is a question.
You got a coach at LSU who can't win big games. I guess man, that's going to be a night game if they can try to make it one. It's so tough.
LSU wins the Natty this year. No,
oh my God, Nussmeier for Heisman. No, go on. I'll take LSU. I'm not happy about that though.
Okay, so then your second round matchups would be, who is it? It would be LSU and I'm trying to think about this. So it'd be the 5-12, the 6. Okay, so Texas or Georgia would play. Georgia would play Clemson. No, I'm trying to think about how this would work.
Oh, okay.
So no, Georgia would play. No, so Georgia would play LSU.
Okay.
Clemson. Wait, no. Ohio State would play. I'm trying to think who the next. They would play Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Texas would play. Wait, no. Ohio State would play Oregon. Texas would play Notre Dame. Penn State would play. Who's the other one you had winning?
Sorry. Let's see. I had
Penn State would play Clemson. Okay, yeah. Penn State would play Clemson. So there you go. Yeah. So that's how it would go. So Georgia, LSU, who do you have?
Give me Georgia. I feel like Georgia's defense is a lot better than LSU's. And depending on how much production they can get out of their offensive unit this year at Georgia, I think that they would have no problem keeping up with Nussmeier and the offense at LSU. It'll be a high-scoring game, but I'll take Georgia for the win there.
Okay. Ohio State versus Oregon.
Give me Ohio State.
All right. Notre Dame versus Texas.
Texas. I'll take Texas over Notre Dame.
And then Penn State, Clemson.
Penn State.
All right. So that's Georgia versus Penn State and Ohio State versus Texas.
I think Texas. Oh well, we'll get a preview of this week 1.
Yeah, it's a rematch.
Yeah, I think go on and give me Texas to win that game. I think Sark's about due. And then you said what, Georgia, Penn State?
Yep.
Penn State.
That's shocking.
I think Georgia's going to lose a little bit in production, possibly to injury or something like that. They've got a really tough road to get to the championship, and yeah, I'll take Penn State.
Penn State versus Texas for the national championship.
Man, as much as I want Penn State to win, I'll take Texas in that one.
They are one of the worst. I'll be honest with you. After dealing with them ever since the Orange Bowl, they don't deserve a natty. They really don't. Like, their fan base is so annoying.
Dude, as much as I don't want to, like, admit that Arch is going to be great, like, come on.
All right.
And don't let Michigan do that. Okay.
Have you guys seen Peyton's kid, his highlights from his eighth grade film?
I have not. I'm not that much of a sicko.
It's pretty impressive.
All right, I'm gonna put. I forgot to put Phil's in here. All right, and then we'll do Phil's next. And there it is. If it'll go in. There you go.
Michigan winning the natty.
Yeah.
Yep. Here it is, boys and girls. Here's how it happens.
All right.
I feel like I was actually pretty fair here.
Hey, I like LSU on there.
Yep.
Some good matchups.
Yeah. Solid.
Michigan Notre Dame in the first round or in the playoff period is going to be that's going to feed families.
I forgot to change the locations. I forgot to change
Dallas.
Forgot to change the location on the graphics.
Oh, okay, all right. So that would be in South Bend.
Yeah, that'd be in South Bend.
Home game.
Yeah. So Michigan versus Notre Dame, rivalry renewed in the playoff at South Bend. Most likely a night game. That would be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
So, what are your thoughts? How do you think this plays out? You got the elite program in UNLV versus Georgia.
I'm not the only person that thinks that UNLV has a shot here at the playoff. They had a really good transfer portal class. I don't know if you guys remember that. They got like 3 receivers that were like former 4 and 5 stars. Now they did get Alex Orji, which I'm not sure. I think he's the starter.
No, he's not. They haven't announced. Yeah, they said.
All right, cool. And then they got a transfer running back from Penn State. Actually, I think this is going to be a strong team. Let me just say that Dan Mullen back over there, or there, not back there, but over there, back in college football. I think this is going to be
Dan the Man Mullen.
Dan the Man. I think this is going to be a strong team. That said, they're going to lose to Georgia.
Okay.
I do have Michigan beating Notre Dame here in the battle of Michigan quarterbacks, young Michigan quarterbacks who faced each other actually in the state playoffs in high school.
What a storyline!
Which, by the way, CJ Carr, grandson of Lloyd Carr.
Oh, it's so many stories to go here.
Oh yes,
so many. By the way, one of the more popular episodes of the Maize Blue and Gold show. Was one where we were talking about how CJ Carr is not welcome back at Michigan Stadium. All right, but anyway, I got this Oregon and LSU. This one was tricky for me. Who did I say I had winning here?
Let me see. Go back and look. You told me.
By the way, being that I have Oregon at 6 means that I think they're the 3rd best team in the
Big 12. Hold on. You have LSU. Yep. You have LSU winning.
Yeah. That was a tough one. It was really tough. But I'll stick with that. LSU moving on. And then Alabama here beating K-State to move on as well. Right?
Yeah.
Once we get to the second round, Georgia and the other state. I think I have Georgia here.
You do, yeah.
Yeah. Georgia winning that one. I got Texas beating Michigan. I've got Clemson beating LSU. And then Penn State beating Bama. Right.
Okay.
My semifinal matchups, I have Penn State beating Clemson. Penn State beating Clemson, and Texas beating Georgia. And what could be the third time that they play. And then I have Texas. This one was tough too. I think, Josh, you had the same matchup in the championship, Texas and Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with Texas. Here, I just think they're a more complete team. Here's the thing, though. If Drew Aller can resemble the person that they've been saying he can be for 4 years, then that could be tough. But give me Texas.
Yeah. Bar was talking about Michigan should have got a bye, so you didn't appease the masses there, Phil.
Yeah,
I'm
not going that far. I'm not going to do that. Listen, I think Michigan's going to be vastly better. That I think that first round matchup against Notre Dame, that was tricky. It wasn't.
If that happens,
yeah.
No, seriously, if that happens, Phil, we need to link up and go to that
Oh,
game.
bro, absolutely. That matchup will feed families. Anytime Michigan and Notre Dame meet in the playoff, that's going to be something special. But yeah. And by the way, that's what I was saying is I struggled with that decision, right? I just think that ultimately Bryce Underwood's a better quarterback than CJ Carr at the end of the day, and that's why I chose Michigan.
Damn.
Damn,
Bryce Downer. Damn.
Really?
Tough crowd.
Yeah.
It is. Hey,
all right.
Can't please everybody all the time.
Right.
All right. So, for, last and certainly not least, I do bring mine up. I need to actually send that to the group as well. I kind of have a more, I would say, like standard one. You could say like where it's just kind of like what most people think. It might be a little surprising, but I'm sure you guys will let me know what you think. If it'll feel.
I'm
already surprised.
You're surprised.
Yeah.
Surprised.
Oh, you sent it in the group.
Yeah.
Did I?
Did you? I thought you sent it. Did you?
Oh wait, never mind. I sent that. Wait, hold on. Technical difficulties.
No, we'll be all right.
All right, got it.
Oh yeah, I got it.
All right.
Is that? Oh no, that was.
You got it. Yeah, I got it here.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So here's mine. So I kind of went Josh's route with the American team getting the G5 bid, but I went with a different one. Memphis, aka FedEx Brinks trucks. So yeah, I really like what Memphis is doing. They got a really highly touted quarterback coming in that they spent a couple mil on, Anthony Hill, or Antoine Hill. And so I'm excited. I think they're going to do really good things this year. I think they win the AAC. So that's what I got. I have Notre Dame. I have Notre Dame going 11-1 and getting a top 5 seed, mainly because now that the championship game auto bids and buys are out, I think that's not going to push Notre Dame down as much as it would have. And I also think everybody behind us is guaranteed to have more than one loss. So
I also don't see Michigan on your.
You would be correct. I do have Illinois. I have Illinois on there and not Michigan. So here's what I got. So Illinois, they're going to go 10-2 bare minimum because their schedule is butt cheeks. They have Indiana's schedule this year. The only ranked team they play is Ohio State. So this is how I have it playing out. I got Notre Dame beating Memphis. I got Illinois beating Arizona State on the road in Tempe. I've got Ohio State losing to South Carolina at home.
Wow.
I'm believing in Lenora
Sellers.
Yep.
By the way, the most accurate quarterback in the SEC last year.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
People will say he can't throw though, which is crazy.
It's his glasses.
And then I've got Alabama going into Penn State and beating James Franklin and the Nittany Lions.
Wow.
The only home team that wins in the first round is Notre Dame, which would be a huge shakeup.
Of course.
So,
Yeah.
and the next round, I got Notre Dame, Texas. I'm going Notre Dame here.
Big surprise.
A big surprise. I think our defense is going to be one of the best in the country. Jeremiah Love is that dude. I'm not a full believer of Arch Mania yet. I got to see it against teams that are not named Mississippi State and Colorado State.
Wait a minute. What
were you gonna say?
So Notre Dame's beating Texas in the next round.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Illinois versus Oregon. I got Oregon winning that one. South Carolina versus Clemson. We get a rivalry game in the second round of the playoffs.
2 weeks removed. No, that would be 3 weeks removed from the other time they play them.
And I'm taking South Carolina in this one to get the upset.
The ACC
last year.
Bro, this is a setup to get Notre Dame this national championship. Let's go. Come on.
All right.
Alabama, Georgia, who wins?
I'm taking Georgia against Bama. Notre Dame versus Oregon and the semifinals. Me and Lucas, if this happens again, we're all going to this game.
We're all going.
Give me Notre Dame here. All right. And then we get a second rivalry
South
game.
Carolina, Georgia. The
second rivalry
they played.
And I got Georgia finally putting an end to the South Carolina Cinderella run. So we get a rematch of the 2024 Sugar Bowl for the national championship. Gunnar Stockton versus CJ Carr. Oh, man.
We don't have to ask. We know who you're picking.
Give me the dogs, man. The dogs.
Oh, crap. Who's that coming down the track?
It's not yet. It's not Notre Dame's time yet. They go
man.
to the national championship game back years. They lose both times. It's just either 2026 is when they'll do it.
Ryan,
But yeah, George.
We got a 3-year plan.
Ridiculous. I like it though. This is good.
I love it.
This is good.
Georgia's going to win the national championship, in my opinion, though.
Okay.
So a return to the guard.
Wild.
I wanted to give Notre Dame South Carolina in the net.
I want to point something
I know you
out.
did. I know you did.
I want to point something out. Most of us have an SEC team winning the national championship this year.
That is crazy.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Connect.
Yeah.
Genetic.
Hey,
buddy.
Shout out Deuce. Oh man.
Big Notre Dame.
Oh man. You saw what I was trying to do there.
Oh yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you guys have this playing out? If you guys were picking the games?
Well, definitely got Notre Dame beating Memphis. I've got Illinois over Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
The other state, unfortunately, over South Carolina. Penn State over Bama.
That's what I've got.
Yep. I've got Texas over Notre Dame.
Crazy.
Oregon over Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson over Ohio State. And then, man, this matchup here, give me Penn State over Georgia.
Solid.
All right. Georgia or Penn State over Clemson now.
Okay.
Texas
over Oregon.
over Oregon.
And then we got what?
And then-
Texas and Penn State
Texas and Penn State, Texas.
again.
Yeah.
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 I
Man,
mean, we just have a lot of faith in Penn State.
I think
I don't.
I don't have a lot of faith. I want to
be.
be clear that I have this much faith in James Franklin. However, I also believe that and when it's your time, it's your time. And it has to be his time.
Oh, it's been a long time.
Right? It almost has to be their time to like get over that Ohio State hump and win some big games. And Drew Aller is like he should be primed. We thought he would be last year. It ended up not being, but this year I feel like he's got to perform. They do on paper come in with the best running back tandem in the country. The defense is always solid. They do have a defensive coordinator from Ohio State, which should help them in that matchup specifically. But again, the reason I have them dropping the game ultimately to Texas is because of James Franklin. I know an argument can be made for Sark too, but I think, it's not on the level of James Franklin in terms of collapses and not showing up in big games.
Mm-hmm. I also don't. It's not just James Franklin I don't have faith in. It's Drew Aller. Like, you go watch Drew Aller in the game against Ohio State last year, the game against Notre Dame. Like, this is how I've described Drew Aller. Drew Aller is a great quarterback against 95% of college football. That 5% that he's not so great at, it's bad. Mm-hmm. And when it's bad, it's bad. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. And to me, if you don't have a quarterback that against that 5% can at least go out there and not lose you the game, then you have a serious problem. And I don't think you can perform well in the playoffs.
Okay.
Like, I think that's what we saw against Notre Dame. And you saw that, like, when they played SMU and Boise State, Drew Aller didn't have to do anything because one was basically a glorified G5 team, and the other one was a G5 team. So that's how I'm looking at it. But I don't buy the hype.
Hold on a second.
Have y'all seen his interviews with
Hold
Drew
on, there
Aller?
we go.
Wait,
that's
you
not
did
what
an
I
interview
wanted.
with Drew Aller?
I wanted that one.
One of the greatest interviews of all time.
Yeah, we know.
The audible.
The audible at the end of your picking.
All right. Let's get to the pick'ems.
I'm excited to start.
Oh, I'm taking it this year. I'm locked in this year.
You're locked in. Yeah,
locked in.
By the way,
like what?
I do want to say Phil was down. Phil was down at one point in the season by 11.
Yeah,
he closed the gap.
Yeah,
like
he really did. I was starting to sweat towards the end.
Like, here was the final rankings. Like, I'm just glad Connor didn't win it for the third year or fourth year in a row.
Right, Lucas won.
So, and how we're doing this now is whoever goes last, whoever finishes last gets to pick last. Whoever finishes first goes first. So because I finished first, I'll be picking first this year. And then Lucas is here, he'll pick first.
The first of everyone who's here.
Oh, I was going to say, it looks like you finished second. But all right.
Yeah.
So I got Lucas's picks up here.
Yeah. Well, go on and put the ticker at the bottom, or the banner up for the game.
Okay. Yep. All right.
There we go.
First one: Sam Houston State at Western Kentucky for Week 0. Western Kentucky is a 10-point favorite at home. Lucas is going Western Kentucky in this one.
Solid.
I'm going Hilltoppers.
Yeah, give me the Hilltoppers as well.
I'm gonna take Western Kentucky.
This is actually one of the games that I'm excited to watch.
I am too. This should be a decent game. Actually.
I'm excited to watch any sort of college football.
That goes without saying.
Yeah. All right, Fresno State at Kansas. Kansas is a 13.5-point favorite.
Wow.
That's a lot of points.
Lucas has Kansas. I have Kansas as well. I'm on the Jalen Daniels or Jalen Daniels hype train.
So whenever
Still.
he gets,
Yeah,
whenever
we're still waiting. We're
he
still
will
waiting for the
eventually get
train.
injured.
We're still waiting for that Jalen Daniels train to come around the track. We've been waiting
Right.
for 4 years.
Oh, did Kinetic just call the Hilltoppers the Christmas grimaces?
All right, Josh, who are you taking?
Given the Jayhawks, I don't like it. If I were to pick one,
I think this point
upset
spread's too big.
I think the spread is way too big. I think Fresno State has a chance.
Yeah, I do too. But give me Kansas straight up. But I will place a bet on this point spread.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Stanford at Hawaii. Hawaii is a 2.5 point favorite at home.
Shameful.
That tells you how bad Stanford is. Poor Lil Bronim.
Bro, that's awful. Who's Lucas got?
Lucas has Stanford winning by 4.
Okay.
Wow, by 4.
He has them putting up 42 points.
Now he's lost his damn mind.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I could see like 28 points,
Total?
32
28,
points total
24.
for the game. Oh, man. So, Ryan, who you got?
I want to go Hawaii here. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going Hawaii.
All
I
right,
think Stanford's that bad. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, well, I would never pick the Rainbow Warriors to win. So give me
No.
I'm taking some trees here.
I'm gonna take Stanford here too. Yeah, I just can't pick Hawaii.
Oh, we haven't even heard Connor's picks.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Do you have his?
I don't think he sent them to me.
Okay. Well, we'll get them from him before tomorrow starts.
Oh, I'll send. He asked for. I'll send them to him.
Yeah.
What was that? Anyway, number 25 boys. So these are the Thursday night week 1 games since we won't be able to pick these. So I added these in. Number 25 Boise at South Florida. Boise's a 6-point favorite at home, or a 6-point favorite on the road. Let's see, who is Lucas taking? He's taking Boise. I'm taking Boise.
I'm just going to remind you all, it's August in Florida.
South Florida.
So I'm going to take USF.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think Boise State lost their golden calf last year. So
their golden calf.
Their offense.
Their offense.
All right. I think Josh makes a great point here. USF is going to have some athletes too. They always do. Give me USF.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest here. If it wasn't for Jonte last year, Boise State wouldn't be sniffing the top 25 this year.
Yeah.
All right. Nebraska at Cincinnati. Nebraska's a 6.5-point favorite on the road.
That doesn't seem big enough.
I don't trust Satterfield at all at Cincinnati. He took a program that was all right and made it terrible. Hold on. Kinetic, I agree. Genti was robbed. I agree. 1,000%. But
snaps are a stat, Josh.
They are.
That's crap. If we're not going to give the Heisman to linemen, snaps ain't a stat. I didn't know if you were mid at 2 positions, that means you're the best college football player.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Above average at cornerback.
Bro, but was he mid at receiver?
He was.
I don't think he's a great route runner. Let me say that.
Receiving options, so not really, but
I think he was the best player on his team at both receiver and corner.
But his team was Colorado.
No, I mean, I get that. That's fair. That's a fair point.
Look. I love Coach Prime. All right, but they're not national title contenders yet.
They're not, no.
So Lucas did not put this game.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll have to ask him for it later, but
I can pick first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm taking Nebraska. I don't think 6.5 is enough. They're going to win this game by 2 touchdowns at least.
Yeah, I'm taking the Huskers in this one too.
Yeah, I don't think 6.5 is enough either. Give me Nebraska.
All right. This one's going to be an interesting game. Georgia Tech at Colorado. I think this one's definitely interesting. Georgia Tech's a 4-point favorite on the road. There's so many unknowns with Colorado.
I feel like Georgia Tech is going to be a better football team.
So here's what I'm establishing. Georgia Tech is going to have better X's and O's.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado's going to have better Jimmies and Joes.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a sec.
I don't know about that just because Haynes King, Jamal Haynes, Eric Rutherford, and they got in Eric Rivers from FIU, had 1,700 yards last year receiving.
Yep.
My problem is I know Georgia Tech is a physical team.
Yep.
Deion's teams have not been physical since he's been there, and that's been the problem.
Yep.
I'm taking Georgia Tech for that reason, but I would not be surprised because this game's at night at Colorado.
Yep.
If Colorado were to win this game.
This is and that is the key there, right? I think it's at Colorado at night, first game of the season. It's going to be a lot of media coverage around it just because of who it is. It's going to be some superstars there, maybe some B-listers present. But I agree with you. I think Georgia Tech's identity has been really physical, especially the last year or two.
Yeah.
I want to take Georgia Tech, but I'm going to take Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Lucas also took Colorado. Josh, who are you taking?
Give me Georgia Tech, although this is going to be a really good game because you are definitely going to have some studs on Colorado's roster. I just don't know how well they're going to play as a team. And they, who's going to be their quarterback. And I don't think anybody here is going to doubt that Georgia Tech is going to dominate the line of scrimmage in this game.
Yeah. But by the way, this game will be played. These two games will be played simultaneously while we're doing our show for week 1. Auburn at Baylor. Auburn is a 1.5-point favorite on the road at Waco.
Mm.
Who do we got? Oh.
Who's Lucas got?
Yeah, Lucas is taking Baylor. I'm taking Baylor. Sick 'em Bears.
I'll go on and take. This will really kind of shape on how people look at Auburn this year.
Yeah.
Give me the barn. I can lose a point in the first week. It's fine.
I think Baylor too, though. I think a lot of people, from what I've read early in the season, a lot of people are high on Baylor for some reason. But I'm gonna take Auburn here. I just think they're gonna be a little better. So give me Auburn.
Yeah, I think the reason is Sawyer Robertson is one of the best quarterbacks in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
And they finished the year winning 5 of their last 6.
6, right?
So they caught on late. And also this being in Waco at night, I think that's going to be a ruckus environment. Yeah. That's why I'm going Baylor, but I could see Auburn being the more talented.
That's a solid pick. Yeah,
all right.
I'll probably lose
Week 0 podcast team of the year is now the Delaware Blue Hens.
Let's go.
AKA.
Yeah, hey, you almost have a Delaware helmet.
Right. Yeah, that is a Delaware helmet, actually.
No, it's a Michigan helmet.
Wrong shade of blue.
AKA Michigan Junior. because they copied you guys,
Yeah.
which is crazy that there was never been a lawsuit over that. Anyway,
Well, wasn't the wing though like kind of like the stock helmet? It was like the wing helmet, or you had like the plain helmet.
Yeah,
back in the day.
It's so weird. I don't get how they get away with it. It's literally just the same as Michigan's.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm taking Delaware, and so is Lucas. Evidently, Delaware State, I believe, is an HBCU school.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a rivalry that they played a lot in the FCS ranks, and now it's taking it to the FBS ranks. Who are you taking, Josh?
Give me the Blue Hens. Give me Delaware.
Hold on, did they not put a spread on this game?
They did not. No.
No, they don't really encourage this type of degenerate gambling.
Right. You are a desperate man at the end of your rope if you're voting for or betting on this game. Give me the Blue Hens. They do the wing helmet proud on this day and bring it home.
Go Big Blue Hens, right?
Right.
I like that. All right. The main event of week 0, the week 0 podcast game of the week, number 22 Iowa State versus number 17 Kansas State. Kansas State's a 3.5-point favorite. Farmageddon in Ireland to kick off the college football season. Who you guys got in this one?
Ooh.
I got K-State.
I will also take K-State.
Avery Johnson's going to be a Heisman finalist.
Ooh, I mean, that's a hot take.
But he's got the schedule to do it. So
me and Lucas are both taking Kansas State as well.
I don't think the Cyclones. I don't know. It's so weird having two teams from the Midwest.
Is their coach a former Delaware State?
No, that's true. I wasn't. By the way, when I said a stock, I wasn't referring to them specifically, but because it would have predated them. But like back when Michigan was one of the Rutgers and Michigan and Princeton. Princeton, by the way, I believe still has the wing helmet, or Harvard, one of them. But that's what I was referring to when I said it was like the stock helmet.
See, I didn't know that's where Delaware changed their uniform.
Yeah, former Michigan coach went over there and did that.
So they have a former Michigan receiver that plays for them too.
Yeah, the guy that almost cost us the Rose Bowl. He fumbled like at the 1 yard line, but like recovered that thing right before they got down there.
All right, so we're all this clean sweep for Farmageddon.
Yeah.
That's it for the pick'ems. Man, we got football and literally.
Yep. Deshaun Jackson is Delaware State's head coach.
We got 12 and a half hours.
So college football.
Crazy.
College football.
Oh man, and you know what? How many times do we get to start kickoff college football season week 0 with a ranked on ranked matchup? Like that.
Yeah.
Typically we get like a Northwestern Nebraska, a Notre Dame Navy, like some trash matchup. This year we get a ranked matchup.
Last year you got Florida State, which was a trash team.
That was a great game, though. It was a
decent game.
Look, any game where we get a coach saying run the ball.
Run the ball. By the way, that might have been Florida State's best game last season.
Yeah.
They were a trash factory.
That was bad. That was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was bad.
Dude, watching some of their home games and their fans are just sitting there like drinking their boot drinks.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, he did play for the Eagles. Yeah.
There's a lot of FCS teams that are pulling the Dion route of hiring former NFL players.
Michael Vick is coaching my alma mater. Yeah. Go Spartans, Norfolk State.
Is Ed Reed still?
No, Ed Reed got that job and like lost that job all within like a week, bro. It was the weirdest.
Wasn't it because he complained about like how the
Yeah,
locker room there?
he was like cussing people out, bro. They were like, "Yo, we gotta get this guy out of here."
Wasn't one of his things like, just take pride in your campus, clean it up.
Right. Yeah, I mean, which by the way, why does he have to tell you that? Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy asked us to clean up our campus? Hey, get the
Him
fuck
out
out
of
of
here.
here.
Get out of
Get him out of here. He's
Outta
obviously
here.
not smart material.
Crazy, bro.
All right, Josh, you want to take us out?
No, actually, I think I'll let you do it.
Oh, damn it. So I'm going to try to figure this thing out. We'll be back next Friday, same time for the week 1 preview, week 1 pick'ems, kind of, review week 0 and all the fun that was had there. I'll be live from my hotel room in Miami as I'm going to the Notre Dame Miami game week 1. So we'll be doing that. Be sure to tune in and check that out. Again, make sure you go over to Week 0 Productions, drop a sub, like, comment.
Yes, sir.
And we will see you guys next week. Stay safe.
Blue.
Peace.